gonna switch things up here with Mighty Mouse a little bit today, and as you've probably been able to surmise from the thumbnail, we're gonna swap out the 32-inch Blackwaters with a nice set of 30-inch Carnivores. I got a really good deal on these guys. It was a deal that was too good to pass up, so I went ahead and bought them. My original plan was to throw these guys on the Rmax. However, with the Rmax having the wider rims on the back, because they run a 29 by 11 on the rear, I could not get these 30 by 10s to seat on the bead. I tried every trick in the book, including the good old starter fluid and exploding them on basically, and that didn't even work. It'd blow out on the beads and just immediately come right back off, no matter how quick I got the air to it. So we're gonna pass putting the Carnivore tires on the Rmax. We are gonna upgrade the tires on the Rmax because those Dirt Commanders are getting awful sliced up and makes me a little nervous. But since these aren't gonna work on the Rmax, we're gonna go ahead and throw them on Mighty Mouse. Now I've been running these 32 Blackwaters since we installed the original long travel kit. Oh, it's been a few years ago now. These guys, you can see they've been wearing great. I've got probably 1,500 miles or more on this. And you guys know that I wasn't the easiest on these things, between rocks, between mud. They've been put through their paces and have held up great. I like them. However, the 30 inches is gonna benefit in a couple big ways. First and foremost, these 32-inch do rub. If I'm going down an incline and bottom out the suspension, I do rub my lights here with the wheels, and that was with the first gen arms. I haven't really rode enough with these third gen arms to determine if I do that or not, and I might not actually anymore. Even if they don't rub anymore, the second biggest benefit to go into a slightly smaller tire, these 32s are heavy. This combination of tire with my 15-inch Walker Evans rims does weigh right around 60, I think a hair over 60 pounds a piece. And I'm not running any kind of internal gear reduction whatsoever. I haven't been. Now my clutches have been holding up great, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys and say my clutches are fine, because running a big heavy tire like this is definitely gonna shorten the life of my clutches. And having the 28-inch Carnivores we had on the X4 that I've swapped back and forth on Mighty Mouse, I definitely enjoy having my power back that these 32s have taken without the turbo and without internal gear reduction. So while the 28s are a bit on the small side and kind of look funny with the long travel, I think the 30s is going to be the perfect in between. But there is no denying 32s look awful good on Mighty Mouse. But for the sake of my clutches, for the sake of rubbing, and just due to the fact that I really have come to like these Carnivore tires as an all-around trail tire, they're going to go on Mighty Mouse. All right, we're going to do a little, as best as I can here, working by myself, a bit of a side comparison here too. There really isn't a whole lot of difference between these 30-inch Carnivores and these 32s. I mean, there is not a full 2-inch difference there. I'll see if I can get my tape measure out and we'll actually measure the difference. But these Maxxis Carnivores must run a little truer to size than the Blackwaters. Now as far as weight, like I said, these Blackwaters on the 15-inch Walker Evans rims were right around 60 pounds. The Carnivores on the 14-inch Walker Evans rims are right around 52 pounds. So we're saving about 8 pounds per tire. So around 32 pounds overall on the machine. Not significant, but enough. I'm sure I'm gonna feel it when I'm driving this guy. I'm not gonna get super fancy here. We're just gonna kind of give her the old eyeball. Yeah, these ITB Blackwaters actually measure 8 pounds of air in them. We're about 30.5 inches. So we're nowhere near 32 inches like it claims on the side. You can plainly see we're probably eyeballing across right around in there. 32 is way up here. I'll get the 30-inch Carnivores here on the rear of Mighty Mouse. We'll set it down so there's weight on the tire, and then we'll measure it and see what it comes to. So yeah, a 32-inch tire measuring just over 30 inches is kind of disappointing. All right, I got the backs on, and tell you what guys, just to stand back and look at it, it's really hard to tell a difference in size. But let's see here, using the old eyeball method. These Carnivore tires, we're at 29 and a half. Yeah, I'd call that a good 29 and a half. So we're only about an inch smaller than the 32s. So I guess both the Blackwaters and the Carnivores are smaller and not that true to size. But anyway, let's get the fronts on and we'll do some test driving. Alright, I think these 30-inch Carnivores is like the perfect middle of the ground road between the 28s I had on there and the big old 32s. The nice thing with these Carnivores is they do handle and ride a little nicer than the Blackwaters. I think they're both 8-ply, the Blackwaters and Carnivores, but these just seem to be a little bit softer, so it does give you a little bit better ride. Now how that's going to hold up in the long run, the abuse I put them 32s through, well, we'll just have to wait and see, but I think this was a smart decision to save wear and tear on the P5 itself. So we'll see. We'll have to get a couple good rides in here, test these guys out more fully, and see if I can tell a difference in performance, the ground clearance, and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed a little P5 video. And until next time, keep on riding, and God bless.